Hello guys, today I will gonna present about food waste. So in our group we have Danny, me, Eric, and Mia. So our project gonna be focused on how can we change the food wasting behaviors in Vietnamese families. So moving on, we will show you a video that demonstrates like the general look of the food waste.
Now, here we have an ordinary loaf of homemade bread. Watch closely.
Imagine that, a whole loaf of bread disappearing before our very eyes.
Oh, madam, that is nothing. You far excel me at making bread disappear.
What are you talking about? I can't make anything disappear.
A third of all the world's food is currently being wasted.
Watch this. There, madam, is the amount of bread that you cause to disappear every week through household waste.
Over the last 40 years, food has got cheaper and people have become more affluent. It's a disposable commodity for a lot of people.
Once something special for Sunday dinner, chicken is now thrifty every day.
Big corporations have invested billions of dollars into working out how to trigger that evolutionary impulse to take and take more. More and more and more.
And these boxes join the never-ending parade of food. Food on the move.
Every week, we buy 20, 30% more food than we're even gonna eat. We chuck the rest in the trash. Go to the grocery stores, and they get stock at the end of the day that is nearing its expiry. A lot of grocery stores, maybe your local one, chucks it in the trash.
These products come from farms and ranches despite distance and season.
The fruit and vegetables that you buy in the store, it's not normal for them to look so perfect. And if an orange has even a slight skin blemish, a little scar that has no impact on the freshness, the taste, the longevity of that food, it gets rejected. What kind of sense does that make? Food is land. Food is forests. You have to chop down forests to grow more food. Food is water. Food is labor. Food is love. In our homes, we can stop food waste, but we can also demand that the businesses that bring us our food every day stop wasting their food and stop causing their farmers to waste food. And they will only do that if we demand it. To find out more about food waste, pick up this month's National Geographic magazine.
After watching the video, I will give you guys a general idea of what is food waste. So, food waste is defined as food that is uneaten or waste. So, as the population is rocketing, there are more food that we need to have to distribute to the people. So, due to this problem, distribution of food, there are so many places on the earth that people are living without access to food. So, according to FAO, an agriculture organization, each person weighs about 100 kilograms per year. So, to explain the cause of food waste, here is the pattern demonstrating the process of food waste. Here I divide into two big categories, developing and developed countries. However, these two types of countries all follow the same pattern, with the beginning with production, processing, and lastly consumption. At the next slide, I will explain more detail about this significant pattern. Okay, so here is a more elaborate explanation. In developed countries, people have access to a mass production of food. From that large amount of food, the system is going to transfer this food and distribute into marketplace. Notice here a large amount of quality food distributed based on people's favorites. Lastly, the consumption of people is based on their behaviors. People tend to use food that has earlier expired date, but there's still lots of food that gets wasted due to the expiry date. In the opposite, in the developing countries, most of the crops are harvested early in a response of lack of food and money. So the food that is harvested and transferred by the people into the market. What's significant here is people experiencing overcrowded market. The food may not be insecure, For instance, the meat might not be processed in a low condition. It may be not clean. So lastly, because of this, quality from the input to the output is not so safe. People might have issue with their health. So next we have Danny to talk about why this is a very important issue.
So now I will talk about why food waste is an important issue. The first reason will be about production. When we produce food, it takes a lot of time, which means there will be many energy will be used. That energy will change to emission. Also with the water. For example, we use 10 tons of water to make 10 tons of food, and we waste half, half of them. So by the water we waste, we can feed another like in Africa. The second reason will be the transportation. The vehicle we use to move it to our mill and to the landfill is massive greenhouse gas based on the data we have. It says that if food waste in a country, it will be the third global greenhouse gas emitter. The world now have over 7 billion people, which means there will be a lot of land we need to grow food, will lead to deforestation. We destroy animal habitat, but most of the land is just for the food we will not eat. The result I have now is that 1.3 billion ton of food is waste, and it is one third of the food we produce. This food is enough to feed 3 billion people, and the world out there still have nearly 1 million billion people all starving. The number first supplier, but when we collect data by ourselves, we know the issue are not exaggerated. When when we collect data from 90 people, 31.6% said they grow one dish of food every day, and 36.6% of them have four members in their family. So this means that a family have four members. They roll only one dish a day compared to four dishes of food they have on the table for each person. It's really a big number. The number can speak that 1.3 billion tons of food. The waste might not 100% correct, but the two number very near 1.3 billion tons.
As the food waste problem become a global issue, alternatives proposed around the world put into practice. Such alternatives all come down to three actions: reduce, reuse, and recycle. First of all is reduce. All over the world, more and more people are aware of excessive food. University of California, Santa Barbara changed their plate size since they found out that bigger plate size create excessive food waste in their dining hall. By sizing down the plate lead to proper portioning and reduce 50% of their food waste. Secondly is reuse. Organizations try their best to tackle the food waste issue by reuse leftover from restaurants or food that in perfect condition that has been thrown away from the supermarket or from the farmer with the vegetable that cannot be sold because they didn't meet the standard for looking good. They resell them to the people or make something out of it like a cake or to-go meal with those ingredients and sell it. In Canada, Food Rescue is an example for this action by creating an app for people to share their extra food. Lastly is recycle. This is an action that people use often. They recycle their food by composting them to fertilize the plant. In some developing countries, leftover used to feed cattle and animals. There are outstanding ideas like an app called Share the Meal created by United Nations, or the meal kit services where each ingredient is measured properly and guaranteed there is no food left to waste. Our alternative. We start this project by doing a survey both in English and Vietnamese to record how many food that Vietnamese families are actually wasting. with simple questions like how many dishes of food leftover do you throw away per day, or how often do you throw away your food from the fridge, or do you use your food leftovers. The result is really accurate, and we were able to make the conclusion out of it, like what Danny has said in the previous slides. Besides, we record our process of this project by Anchor podcast. There are 3 episodes in total, which include ideas and brainstorming. The first product of our project is a poster. The poster focuses on the subject that we believe that will raise the awareness to people, such as the billion numbers, hungry stomachs, deforestation. With the slogan, "Don't let your meal kill the world." There's another version of this poster in Vietnamese. We have planned to give out to families and restaurants, but we can't due to the current situation of COVID-19. The second product of our project are our social media pages. Our Facebook and Instagram page attracted many followers. On the page, we raise people awareness by spreading our stories of food waste and how people can easily save the earth by reduce their food waste. The content is both available in Vietnamese and English. Thanks
for
watching.